Only 0.9% of our viewers have subscribed to the channel, while a massive 99.1% haven't. If you enjoy content like this, please support us by hitting that subscribe button and clicking the notification bell so you never miss an update. Shadow Attorney General Michaela Cash has called on Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to provide transparency about the reported negotiations surrounding the return of the remaining Bali 9 prisoners. The issue at hand revolves around an agreement that could facilitate the repatriation of 5 Australians who have been serving life sentences in Indonesia for attempting to smuggle 8.3 kilograms of heroin out of the country in April 2005. During a meeting with Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto at the APEC summit in Peru, Albanese reportedly discussed the matter. The opposition has since demanded clarification regarding the nature of the agreement with Indonesia. They are pressing for details about whether these individuals will continue serving their life sentences upon their return to Australia or if other arrangements have been made. Michaela Cash expressed her disbelief on Sky News, stating, "Let's be clear, these individuals are Australians who were part of a heroin smuggling operation that attempted to bring over 8 kilograms of heroin back into Australia. Drug offences are among the most serious crimes in our society due to their devastating impact, including loss of life." She further insisted that Albanese address the public on the deal's specifics, asking critical questions. What is the nature of this deal? What concessions is Australia making? And who is financing it? While Cash did not oppose the negotiations outright, she questioned why the issue is a priority for the Albanese government when Australians are grappling with more pressing concerns like the cost of living crisis. Cash remarked, "If you ask me, my priority would be addressing the cost of living crisis caused by the actions of Albanese and his government." On the other hand, Trade Minister Don Farrell clarified that the proposal is not about releasing the prisoners but rather about transferring them to Australia to continue their sentences. He emphasized that Albanese is advocating for the interests of Australians abroad but declined to provide further details, citing ongoing discussions. Indonesian Law Minister Yasona Lawli confirmed that the Indonesian government is reviewing the transfer request and expects a decision by December. He also mentioned that Indonesia would seek the repatriation of Indonesian prisoners held in Australia as part of the agreement. The Bali 9 drug smuggling case dates back to 2005 when 9 Australians were arrested for attempting to traffic heroin strapped to their bodies from Bali. Among the group, Andrew Chan and Mayuran Sukumaran, the leaders of the operation, were executed in 2015. Tonya Juwanan passed away from cancer in 2018, while Rene Lawrence was released in the same year after her life sentence was reduced on appeal. The remaining 5 are still serving life sentences in Indonesian prisons. This case remains a contentious issue in both Australia and Indonesia. Critics argue that the harsh penalties for drug offences in Indonesia reflect the country's zero-tolerance approach. Senator Cash highlighted the need to respect Indonesia's judicial system and questioned the rationale behind prioritising this issue. Meanwhile, Green Senator Sarah Hanson-Young described Cash's comments as cruel and heartless, accusing the opposition of politicizing the issue. Speaking on ABC's The Insiders, Hanson-Young said, "Honestly, it's cruel and heartless. If you want to see what a Peter Dutton government would look like, this is it." Albanese has reportedly lobbied both former Indonesian President Joko Widodo and current President Prabowo Subianto for months to secure the deal. However, Australian ministers remain cautious about sharing details, fearing that public scrutiny and media coverage could hinder diplomatic efforts. An unnamed Australian government source told reporters, "This is a request, not a transaction. It is an act of friendship." They also emphasized the importance of respecting Indonesia's judicial process while advancing mutual interests. While the coalition continues to demand clarity, Albanese's government has maintained that the transfer process is under review and no final decisions have been made. In a similar case, Indonesia recently allowed Mary Jane Veloso, a Philippine woman on death row for drug trafficking, to serve her remaining sentence in the Philippines. This precedent raises questions about whether a similar humanitarian framework could apply to the Bali 9 members. As December approaches, both governments will face increasing pressure to finalize legal processes. Public opinion remains divided, with some emphasizing the importance of upholding justice for serious crimes, while others advocate for the humane treatment of prisoners. That's all for now. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should Australia prioritize the return of the Bali 9 members, or are there more urgent issues to address? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Aussie Pulse for more updates on this developing story.